Hi Connor, thank you for attending interview for Sports Enrichment Officer here at the David Ross Educational Trust. Okay, you well? You find us all right?
Yes.
Okay, so first and foremost, I'll start with the most basic of interview questions. Why would you want this job?
Well, I've always been interested in sport, and I've got a sporting background doing judo in my past, and I have a passion for doing sport. So I feel like I could really give something into the coaching environment and really bring something to a leadership role.
Brilliant. What about any, in terms of any qualifications? You said you've done judo, and what other particular sports have you done, and any qualifications within sport?
So I've obviously in my judo I got my black belt, and then
brilliant.
in more teaching qualifications I've done a sports leader qualification at level 1, and then at the minute I'm doing a qualification in a level 2 MVQ in sport and active leisure. So I'll have that qualification. And then,
Well, any other sports qualifications? Any other sports you're involved with?
I've coached a lot of bocce in the past.
Have you got your bocce leader certificate?
Yes, I do. I have silver, I believe.
Oh, brilliant. And any first aid qualifications or safeguarding qualifications?
There are safeguarding units in the thing that I'm doing, and there are a few first aid. I'm not a qualified first aider, but I'd be willing to take on that role if
Excellent.
If training.
And so relating to that, then Connor, would you be willing to undertake some maybe more sport-specific qualifications in terms of, so level 1s, level 2s, for example? So maybe a level 1 in coaching multi-sports, etc.
I'm willing to learn anything and gain anything from. I'm always willing to learn.
Okay, that's great then. A bit of a random question now. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
In 5 years' time, I see myself working in a sports environment. Still trying to teach judo and get us.
Is judo the sport you have the most passion for?
Yeah.
Because this role is a sports enrichment officer, and you would be putting enrichment sessions on. So is judo something you're comfortable of delivering or
yes.
running a session around judo? Obviously, you'd work alongside our current PE staff, but I think a judo enrichment or self-defence type enrichment session would go down very well.
That is something that I'd be interested in, but because of my background with disability sport and things like that, I'm also very comfortable, taking and setting up different things that maybe your company's never done before. Maybe things like wheelchair sports and different bocce.
Well, we want to move to become more accessible. So this could be a real good link for us, Connor.
Yeah.
Some of the disability sports that we may be able to have a look at, and you may be able to pass on some knowledge around them for us. We're a very small, close-knit team. We work with current PE staff plus 2 or 3 coaches at a time. Can you give me an example of when you've worked well in a team, please? Is it right you put on your application about you manage a small team of peers that run a bocce session? Me and a few other students from Portland have been taking a small session of bocce for this local school, Brackenhill, and we work closely as a team and really try and get the most out of this session. Well, again at Portland, we are two a very close knit team, and we all work together really well. Brilliant. Okay, what about this next one then? Tell me any areas that you feel you need to develop, Connor.
I feel that my nerves at times. I feel like I can get a bit nervous about things.
Okay.
And
So would that be in a coaching role when you stood in front of people, Conor?
no, it's more with one-to-one.
Okay. Interviews such as
Yes.
this, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Things that I struggle with in a large group, I'm a lot easier to.
So, okay then, so we haven't identified any weaknesses. What about strengths? Can you reel me a list of your strengths off, Conor?
I feel I'm quite good at communicating what I want to do. You know, I can talk to large groups of people quite easily. I feel like I have decent knowledge of most sports, and you know, work decently in a leadership role. So I can, and in teams, and you know.
Brilliant. Just need to sneeze. Just excuse me. Thank you. Thank you. So, another out there question, Conor. What's been your greatest achievement?
My greatest achievement. My greatest achievement would have to be learning to walk again after being in a wheelchair for so long.
Wow. Very good. Excellent. Can you expand on that for me?
When I was 16, I became disabled and lost the ability to walk for 2 years.
Wow, you would have thought that when you walked into this interview today, Conor.
Yeah, thanks. But I worked for 2 years and I gained the ability to walk.
So, wow, brilliant. So my next question was around sort of values and morals you have, and I'm presuming it sounds like that determination is certainly one of them.
Yeah. I feel I was very determined. At Portland, we actually have a lot of values that we stick to, and such as like positive attitude, integrity, tolerance, stuff along those lines. They try to embed it in us, so we become better at what we do, and you know, always give everyone the best session possible.
Well, brilliant, Conor. Like I say, you know, we made you aware this was only going to be a short sort of 10-minute interview. You've answered the questions really well then. Have you got any questions for me?
No, I'm.
You sure you're happy with what you're... Well, one more for me. I noticed that you live in Mansfield. We're based in sort of far side of Newark, in Lincolnshire. So we're, you know, it's about 18 to 20 miles, I think, from Mansfield. How would you plan on getting to us?
I have a lot of people who can transport.
Who transport you, so that wouldn't become an issue.
No.
No. Okay, brilliant. So no questions whatsoever, or?
No, I'm happy. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Conor. We'll be in touch shortly. All right. Cheers.